Hey church, Jonathan and Emily here. It is crazy to think that it's been almost 6 years since me, Emily, and a handful of other couples have planted Relevant Church, and here we are now. It's been crazy through the years to see what God has done, people being baptized and saved, and even planting another church down in Brick. God has done a ton through this church. Now, some of you guys might not know how we even became part of the Relevant Church plant, because before Relevant, I was the worship leader at my dad's church. He has a church in upstate New York, and I was the worship leader there for a couple years after we came back from Bible college. It was so awesome to be able to serve alongside of my family, but God had something totally different in mind, and He impressed upon Emily and myself on our hearts that He was doing something different, that there was a season of change that was going to be happening. And I told my dad about it. He kind of freaked out a little bit. I was freaking out a little bit. Emily the same. And we were just up for whatever God had in store. So we prayed about it, and out of multiple different opportunities that were present, Relevant was what God had chosen for us. And we believe that we were called specifically for Relevant Church. So in 2009, we decided to move out to New Jersey for this church plant, and here we are 6 years later. It has been an amazing journey, such amazing stuff that God has done in our lives in this church. And throughout all of these years, through the ups and the downs, we never questioned whether or not we should be at Relevant or whether we were actually called here. Did God really call us here? We always felt very confident that that was the case, and we believe that to this day, that God specifically had designed for us to be a part of this church. So as our church family, we would love to let you in on what God has been doing in our hearts and in our lives. It was about 4 months ago. We went to a conference that was called Speak, We're Listening. We were just praying a couple weeks after the conference that God would do exactly that. He would speak to us, and we had a really powerful encounter of God's presence right here in our living room. From that moment, God continued to speak powerfully and loudly to our hearts through dreams, through rekindled relationships from our past, words of knowledge from friends or family. And we were really unsure and unclear about what God was actually speaking to us. And we just kept praying. For the past few months, it's been something that we've been kind of laboring over and talking about, and even bringing Pastor Anthony in on the conversation, just saying, God's doing something amazing in our lives. Pray with us about it. So after praying and seeking counsel, we know that God has spoken clearly to us that our time here at Relevant has come to a close. And it's crazy to say that to you guys, because I just can't say how much you guys mean to us and how much we love you, and just being a part of this church, how much that has increased my love of just following Jesus, and that's what life is all about. And it's been amazing to serve here at Relevant Church for all of these years, and to be able to see God move in powerful ways in people's lives. It's been beautiful. Now, this news obviously isn't easy news, and I know some of you might be shocked even watching this video, and maybe even wondering, why am I watching the video? But really, if we could, we would love to have talked to each one of you guys individually and be able to sit down with you and tell you exactly what God is doing. But there is more that we would love to tell each one of you guys and encourage you with our story. So please, this Sunday, make it to church, because we're going to be sitting down with Pastor Anthony. He's going to be asking us some questions. We're going to be giving you guys a little picture of what God is doing in our lives, and how this story really unfolded, and this decision to leave Relevant. So you guys are amazing. We love you so much, and we can't wait to see you Sunday.